Welcome to MetroFanTV. We are finally back after a long hiatus. The last time we were here, we saw an awesome 4-1 win, and here we are today, a 3-2 win against the GaLaxy. Huge 3 points. How does this game make you feel?
Look, this is the kind of game that can be a turning point in the season. Obviously, we haven't played well all year. Even in the 4-1 win over San Jose, we were shit. But this is the kind of game against a good team, like big game, lots of people here, and it's the kind of result that can really put a lot of energy in the dressing room.
Yeah, I mean, the GaLaxy were, I believe, second in the West, second in the Supporter Shield in the Supporter Shield standings. So to come back down 2-1 and eventually get to 3 points, I mean, you'd have to think that it would do something for the locker room.
You know, that's maybe the most important part, that they were behind at halftime. And I don't know what was said by Chris Armas at halftime, but and I don't know what tactical adjustments were made, but they really looked good in the second half, it seems.
One of the frustrating things this season, and even parts of last season, well, after Chris took over, was it was hard for them to kind of take a full 90 minutes and just put a full 90-minute performance. And it's typically been a tale of two halves. Either start the game well, finish the game poorly, or start poorly and finish the game good. In a weird way, do you think that maybe because there was a bit of a seesaw this game against just a good team, that they were able to kind of pick themselves up in those moments where they fell down to eventually get the 3 points at home?
It's totally plausible. I mean, I don't think anyone's going to look at that first half and say that we were excellent. But yeah, as you said, the fact that it's kind of a seesaw affair, and there's not a real clear team that's coming out on top. Both teams kind of had their spells where they looked really good. I thought we were great the first 20-25 minutes. But yeah, maybe the fact that we've kind of been there in situations where you know, things will start well and we'll kind of have a dip in form or something for 20-25 minutes. The fact that we've been in those situations before helps a lot.
So last week, we saw the return of them starting with the 5-3/5 in the back. A lot of questions if that was kind of going to be our new look, and it turned out it was. We started the game again with 3 in the back. 2017 was kind of similar, where we started a little bit off. Jesse kind of trotted out this weird formation that even at the time he didn't even know what to really call it, and that seemed to kind of been the turnaround for the season, where we eventually made it to the U.S. Open Cup final. Credit to him for making that late game adjustment to kind of switch back to 4 in the back, but do you think that maybe this is kind of the same path we're going, where, you know, maybe we're going to see 3/5 in the back for the next couple of games until it either just keeps working or doesn't work?
I don't know. So I think one theme that you noticed in 2017 is generally when we played weaker teams that were going to bunker against us. Minnesota, for example. I think that was the first game we went 5 at the back, maybe, away from home. But yeah, when we played against weaker teams, you tended to see 5 at the back. San Jose was another one where actually that was the first one. So it was San Jose and Minnesota within 3 days, and they were both 5 at the back. It seemed to work very well against teams that were going to try and frustrate us a little bit more. And then I think there were other games where teams played more open. I think we played a game in Philly where we tried 5 at the back and it was kind of a failure. So maybe he'll gauge it like that. I don't know. But look, obviously when you have Kamar Lawrence returning, and I don't know, you're going to want to create some more space in the midfield against a team like LA. Maybe, you know, this is a case where he just looked at the personnel and thought 5 at the back is going to be the best way to go.
And last one, so we have some rotation coming up. We got a midweek game at home against Montreal, and then a game the following weekend. Do you think there's a chance that maybe this rotation might kind of hurt this little bit of a confidence streak that the team's going on? Or do you think maybe this is something that they can kind of use that to ride on?
Well, first of all, I think it'll depend on the injuries. So Brad was listed out with a groin injury today. Do we have any idea how bad that was? So like, if he and Brian can maybe take a game each, that would be a lot better than if we couldn't rotate at the striker position. But look,
we also get Gaku back.
Right. So and look, what we've said over the last few years, one thing that you can't really say about this team is that we don't have depth, because and we saw this last year to great effect where you can really just pull up guys from the USL level, and even though they might not be as good technically as soccer players, as the starting guys, they know exactly what their job is. So I don't think we have to worry as much about squad rotation as other teams do. Obviously, when you're playing 3 games in a week, it's still a little bit worrisome.
All right, big 3 points. MetroFanTV signing out.